Hello, dear Gemini. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Let's see how your energies will be at this moment. Um, so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates with you and don't dismiss the message. And it applies to all those who have their sun, rising, moon, or Venus in the sign of Gemini. You can combine readings for your different signs to have a much more personalized horoscope. If you need a personal consultation with me, you can email me at the address shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. You can also reach out using the numbers shown and connect with my team of tarot readers who will be answering your questions 24 hours a day. And you are more than welcome to be part of this channel. You can join and become members of the channel and get great benefits like early access to videos and horoscopes, polls, unique badges, and also the chance to participate in raffles for personal consultations. Nice. All right, let's channel a message for the sign of Gemini. Gemini, this starts with the Two of Cups, the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles, and over here we have the King of Wands. Well, matters of the heart. Gemini, relationship matters, your partnership, what's going on with your connection. I feel like there's something that might be coming to light in your relationship, right? But don't worry, because we're not talking about anything negative or anything like that. We're actually talking about something very positive. I feel like you are entering, Gemini, a new phase in love, in your relationship. And I feel like this has to do with strengthening your bonds, right? So this is like having met someone maybe not too long ago, right? If you've been connecting, right? You've been connecting. But what's coming to light is, hey, I feel like this connection is much more than I thought. I feel like what's coming to light is making the couple mature. It's making the bond grow, right? Like getting to know each other from new perspectives. And it's good to know, let's say, the light and the shadow of the bond, of the relationship of the other person. So something is going to be illuminated in that relationship. You're going to see yourself. It's going to make you realize, right? You realize this is more than you expected. I feel like this relationship has real long-term potential, right? Like things that have to do with trust and loyalty. It's often necessary in relationships to sometimes go through certain dark patches, no? To talk about topics that are sometimes taboo, to talk about uncomfortable topics, right? Those topics that are rarely talked about out of fear, right? Fear of what the other person will say, what they think, right? But I feel that here you all have. I see you here feeling empowered. I see you here with the power to take action, with the power to move forward, to propose something to your partner, to this relationship, right? Whether you've just met recently, to put a label on it, to say, well, we are not just a connection, but this is a real relationship. Or if you're already in a relationship, this could mean moving to a much deeper level, right? Or there could also be future plans here. A plan for the future to build something solid between you two. A plan for commitment, for marriage. It could be a plan to live together under the same roof, right? So those things that are going to start coming to light, that at first are going to start being questioned, right? That truth that comes out of the relationship is going to be a truth that gives each of you a much greater sense of security, right? Like, there's a home here. Dios. With this person, I feel at home. With this person, we are building something truly valuable for the future. It's not a fantasy. Um, it's not an illusion that we could start a family, that we could have children, that we could live together. This is like planning that future. So I feel like you also realize the true feelings you have for the other person. So it can be a super, super special moment in that connection, um, in that emotional bond. The relationship is going to be maturing a lot these days. Let's see what else we have. Dear Gemini, general energy, and Poniulik. Let's take three more cards. Thank you. You have the Five of Wands here. Thank you. The Queen of Swords. Thank you. And we have the Tower. Here we have the Moon. All right. It's true that we've talked about these truths, right? These truths that come to light, that you see, take you out of your comfort zone, take you out of that comfortable place. I feel that this connection is going to go through something. It could be a very serious conversation, some kind of declaration. But I don't see this as something full of conflict, but rather as a challenge for growth. You know, that's why I say many times the things that come to light, that darkness you face, uh, sometimes there can be insecurity about the future. I mean, what's coming next? What am I getting myself into? Right? Entering unknown territory. What comes with this person is something new, something that challenges each one of you. Of course, it can cause some internal conflict. Absolutely. It makes you leave your comfort zone. I feel like your relationship needs to change. And it's going to change because that change is going to be set in motion. That's why many times before these changes and these shifts or shakeups that life gives us, we need to go through certain dark times, right? Like saying, if I'm going to commit to this person, if I'm going to marry this person, if we're going to start a family, if we're going to live together, if we're going to take a big step, first we have to get to know each other deeply, and we have to speak honestly, we have to speak the truth. Many parts that have been kept hidden from each other will start to come to light. But not to get into that conflict, because sometimes, yes, you can get angry, you can feel rage, right? Because of something the other person doesn't like, that they start to see, that they start to notice sometimes when living together, right? Or with this new future that's approaching. And sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's necessary for these truths to come to light in order to truly get to know the other person. So I feel like big decisions about change are coming in this relationship. At first, it might not be easy. It could be a bit challenging, right? Reaching an agreement, right? Speaking honestly, saying, well, I'm really afraid of this, or I feel insecure about that. What can we do? What do you think? Right? I want us to trust each other, you know, that we don't hide anything from each other, because hiding things brings conflict. The truth eventually comes out. But I feel this energy more like the challenge of change. The challenge of daring to enter uh, a new stage, a stage of greater growth for you, for your partner, and for that's why it's going to be a moment where everything will be put on the table. What is acceptable and what isn't, setting healthy boundaries about what you tolerate, what you don't, what's non negotiable, and what can be negotiated, what you can compromise on and what you can't. It's going to be a very deep conversation, a conversation where many things that have been kept inside will be brought up, letting out any repressed anger, if there is any, if it's been there, right? It's like shaking off a bit of all this. Let's see, because this reading has gotten really interesting. How does it continue? Dear Gemini, overall available energy. I also feel that another thing that will be discussed are topics related to family values or family legacy. It's like each person in that relationship came in with programming from their family, customs, habits, values, and so on. Things that in a relationship will start to change, right? Why? To create something new. Here we have the King of Wands, the Chariot, the Five of Pentacles, Death. This theme of progress is strong, isn't it? Of being able to transcend the ego a little, the pride, right? Sometimes the desire to be right in certain situations. Gemini, what's coming through is that, yes, there's a bit of fear around this change. There's some uncertainty about the upcoming transformation and its sustainability, because the step that's about to be taken is a very important one. It's a super important decision. It's true that it might bring some confrontations at first, some friction, because you have to come to an agreement with the other person and you have to be totally sure. But here there will be a change in you. There will be a before and after in this relationship, where something from the past, maybe from each person's past, will come to an end. That something new can be reborn. You are about to open a door, and there is indeed doubt and uncertainty about what is coming. And it's normal to feel a bit insecure, right? To feel vulnerable about what might happen, if we'll be able to move forward, if we'll get along living together, if we'll get along as a family, right? As we build a home together. But I feel like it's more about the energy of willpower, about faith, about power, right? About saying we really are a powerful relationship. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of connection. We've made the decision to move toward that goal, to move, to get married, and we're going to move forward with this, right? That's why I say courage, bravery, and the drive that's moving you, right, to take that step forward. They're much, much stronger than the fear and insecurity of change. Here, the one who feels insecure is the ego, right? Because it's being taken out of what's familiar. All its patterns are being changed. It's about to experience a new situation, a situation it has never experienced before. But I feel that you'll be able to overcome all of this. Wow. Let's see what we have. Gemini. Let's go to the oracle for your advice or message. You have here the number 24, which tells you You have a heart of gold, and you are very skilled at maintaining balanced and stable relationships. You are loyal to their loved ones, and you can be both protective and able to provide at the same time. And the affirmation for you is, I am generous. I am generous. Dear Gemini, this is what we have seen for all of you in terms of your overall energy and the energy available to you. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and I'll see you here next time.